Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a skyscraper. I will also show you how to make it as tall as you would possibly like it. I will also show you how to make a basic interior. We are going to turn this one into an office building as well. And by the way, the skyscraper also looks good in a few varieties of colours as well, so that is something that you could definitely experiment with when you build it. This is the amount of space required to make the skyscraper. And here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Begin by placing 7 smooth quartz in a row on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then extend backwards by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then place a row of 4 grey concrete extending back and to the right of the smooth quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leave a gap of 2. 1, 2. And then place 2 more grey concrete. 1, 2. We then want to extend backwards by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We then want to place a row of 4 smooth quartz extending back and right of the grey concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend back by a further 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can simply extend all the way across the back of the build and join up all the way back to the front of the build. Next, come all the way back to where we first started and place 3 more smooth quartz on top of this block. 1, 2, 3. We then want to extend to the right by 3. 1, 2, 3. And join down. Extend to the right. 1, 2, 3. And join down. Extend backwards. 1, 2, 3. And join down. You guys might see a pattern here. So, what we then want to do is come all the way over to the right, and on top of this smooth quartz block here, place 3 more smooth quartz, 1, 2, 3, and then extend to the right, 1, 2, 3, and join down. And we want to extend back and place 1, 2, 3, and join down. 1, 2, 3, and join down. As a matter of fact, we want to keep repeating this pattern, extending all the way across the back of the build and then back to the front of the build. So one more time, 1, 2, 3, join down. So now that we have done that with all of our smooth quartz block, we want to do a very similar thing with the grey concrete. It's similar but a little bit different. Let's start over here on the left. We want to place 3 grey concrete on top of this block. 1, 2, 3. Extend to the right by 3. 1, 2, 3. And down. Extend to the right by 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And down. However, on the corner here, we want to add another row of grey concrete in the corner and also extending towards the back of the build. So the corner is a little bit chunkier than the rest, but then we can extend this block 1, 2, 3 and down, 1, 2, 3 and down. So as you can see, very, very similar to the rest of the build, but strikingly different. We then have the task of filling all of the windows in using light blue stained glass block. We have an entrance here, which we simply just want to add a single row of light blue stained glass pane to one side of, but then we want to continually move around and fill all of these 2x2 spaces in with the glass. Moving inside of the build for a second, we want to connect this grey concrete here to this grey concrete here. So we want to make a little square. The reason that this is relevant is because now we are going to remove this part of the floor. And replace it with smooth stone. And then we will remove all of the rest of the floor. And replace it with oak plank. Or a different floor material of choice. It just so happens that I seem to find every single time white, grey and oak just go together so very nicely. But also, so would any other wood. It's just a personal preference sort of thing. Maybe even some concrete or concrete powder. You may also find this helpful. If you connect the grey concrete at the top as well as the bottom and fill the insides in like this, you may find that this helps a little bit later on to kind of just keep the office and stairs and lobby area separate. As a matter of fact, we can even separate this a little bit further. So if you place a row of grey concrete here to divide up this entrance area, there will be stairs in this side, a little lobby in this side, and well, that's actually it. This is a very small space. So this next part is where the fun begins. We get to decide how big we want our skyscraper. My personal recommendation would be to at least add 6 more floors. You can make bigger. I probably wouldn't make smaller. It wouldn't look too impressive, but I will leave the specifics up to you. Here is how we do it. All we have to do is pretty much repeat the process that we have just done. So if we come all the way to the very front of the build, I'm going to show you how I am going to make 6 more floors. So on top of this block here, I'm going to place 3 more smooth quartz block. 1, 2, 3. I'm then going to extend right, 1, 2, 3, and then extend down. So typically, of course, I would then do that to every single other smooth quartz block row, and then I would do the grey concrete bit, and that's cool. But I want to mark out how high I want this to be. So this will be 1 additional floor. I'm going to do this again, 1, 2, 3, and then extend to the right and then down. This will be the second floor, 1, 2, 3, extend right, down. This is going to be 3 floors, 1, 2, 3, extend right, and then down. This will be 4 more floors, 1, 2, 3, extend right, and then down. That's 5 more floors, and then lastly, 1, 2, 3, extend to the right, and then down. So that is 6 more floors. So there's 2 things worth noting. Number 1, this is as high as the smooth quartz area will go. The skyscraper itself is a little bit taller. It's going to be 6 rows taller than the smooth quartz portion of your skyscraper, so do bear that in mind. Second, feel free to make it much bigger. You just keep repeating that process. 3 rows of smooth quartz, extend across and down, over and over and over again, and I'll show you how to make the rest once you have determined how many floors. Literally, as many as you like, all the way up to the sky. So, now that we have devised the height, I think that the easier way of doing this is extending this row across the top, 1, 2, 3, and then all the way down. So, I think it is easier to extend from the top, rather than just individual floors. So if we mark out the entire shape of the skyscraper, like this, so this is the smooth quartz on the front, what we can then do is just add the rows of smooth quartz horizontally after we have added the vertical rows. Rather than doing it window by window, panel by panel, I think it's just a lot faster to do that. See how we have already constructed that nice and simple. And whilst we are on this side of the build, I am also just going to add the windows as well. poorly. So now we can come onto the left side and extend the smooth quartz block all the way from the top and then all the way down. I actually find it easier to meet things from the bottom than from the top myself. So you can see this is the entire wall area here. Then we can extend the vertical rows of smooth quartz block all the way up to the very top of the build. And then we can simply add the horizontal rows as well. I really do just think that this is, if not faster, just a less mentally draining way of building this. It actually wouldn't surprise me if this was literally the exact same time building as it would be just adding in all of the windows individually. If one of you guys actually feels like running that experiment, feel free to do so and let me know the results. I would actually be interested. Moving on to the back of the build, we are of course going to repeat exactly what we just did on the side. Moving on to the right side now, I'm going to extend this corner all the way up, and then join to the top, divide it in two, and well, you know what guys, you know the rest. Now just moving around to the front, we are once again going to do the same thing, however we just have the single row of windows. Now that we have made the smooth quartz part, we can move on to the grey concrete part. So when it comes to the grey concrete area, we are first of all going to extend the grey concrete rows that actually touch the smooth quartz area. We are going to extend them all the way up to match the height of the smooth quartz, like this. What we are then going to do is extend this corner all the way up, and we will then join it all the way up at the top, just like so. Like this. We can then add our rows of grey concrete, the additional rows I'll call them, just on the outward corners, so extending across to the left and also backwards. It just looks a little bit chunkier, kind of reinforces this shape like so. And then we can add the 2 vertical rows of grey concrete that kind of just split the left and right sides up. We then want to add the horizontal rows of grey concrete. These line up with the smooth quartz that we have everywhere else. And just whilst I'm on this side of the build in particular, I'll also fill in the windows as well. Or at least I'll try. And moving on to this side, we will of course do the exact same thing. Come all the way up to the very top of the build. We will start on the side here because I think it's just a bit easier. The central part of the building, the grey concrete part of the building, wants to be 2 floors higher than the rest. So from this block, if we extend this up, 1, 2, 3, and then to the right, 1, 2, 3, and then down, and we do that again, 1, 2, 3, and extend to the right, 1, 2, 3, and then down, this is as high as we want this to be. So we will just extend up all of the other blocks to reach the height that we want. Okay, so it's actually a little bit more complicated than that because this looks a tad weird. So to combat that, we are going to further extend the back part of this grey concrete area, well, backwards, and the left part of that left grey concrete area, leftwards. Let's start with the back. So, the way that we will do this, very simple. Extend the top here backwards, 1, 2, 3 rows, and then extend down, and just join inside, like here, and add another row of grey concrete just horizontally. We then want to add another row of grey concrete just behind this, so it just matches. And then if we come over to the opposite side here, we extend this row, 1, 2, 3 rows across, and then down, and extend here, add this horizontal row, and add another row of grey concrete, and as you will see, it now matches. So what we would then do is extend across from here and here, join in the corner. We would then extend this down, and we can extend this block across, and we want to, oh, there we go, and then we will meet that in the middle. We'll extend this across also. We then want to add another row of grey concrete here, here, and here. So each one of the 4 corners, oh, and also we need to add a row here. Each one of the 4 corners are as chunky as each other. We can then add the horizontal rows of grey concrete as well, or rather the vertical rows, and then we can add the horizontal rows too. So, like this, and here, and here. Just like that. So that is absolutely perfect. Let's take a quick little look. Yeah, nice. So what we would then do, of course, is fill all of these windows in using light blue glass on every single side. And then inside of the build, we actually want to extend this grey concrete area all the way up to meet, well, there's nothing at the moment, but eventually it will hit the roof here. So we can actually extend it so that it extends forwards and across like this. But you'll be able to see that this is actually going to allow us to form some solid walls inside of our office building. So we are going to completely fill all of these in. Again, poorly. All the way up to the top, and then we want to do the exact same thing just along the back here. And then once we have constructed those outer walls, we can add the inner wall as well. This will also run all the way up to the tippity top of the building. We also have to make the interior floors for all of the offices. These are in line with the horizontal rows of smooth quartz block that we have running around the outside of the building. Of course, when we get up to the very top like this will not be a floor, but inside of this area here will be a floor. So one will be here, and then this will be the roof. So we'll just have some smaller offices right at the top of the building. But regardless, we have to make all of these floors, so let's do it. So with all of the floors made, it's now just a good time to fill in the roof. So there are two parts of the roof, the smooth quartz area, which we will just fill in with smooth quartz. And then the grey concrete area, which you may have guessed, we're going to fill in with grey concrete. Moving back into the office building, we are now going to make the stairs in between all of the floors. So immediately as we walk into the build, we are just going to carve out this 2x3 block area. It's pretty much the exact same size as the main entrance. We'll add a row of light blue stained glass pane to one side, and we will also carve out this at the back. So this will lead into the first office. This first row here can either be smooth stone or it can be oak planks, and you can add a row of glass if you like, or you can leave it open. It's up to you. But the way that we make the stairs and the entrances to every single floor, of which there are numerous, is like this. We add a smooth quartz stair here, 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 and then here, leading up to the next floor. Then we will add a smooth quartz block here, here, and here. So the next floor, we are going to, and again, it's kind of up to you how you kind of want to work with these doorways. So you can have a row of glass here like this, or you can have like it fully open, you can have a door, it's up to you. But we would then want to add a smooth quartz stair here, here, and then here, lining up with the grey concrete, and then we will add smooth quartz block like this. So we would then remove these two rows. This will lead us into the next office, and so we want to keep repeating this staircase over and over and over again. And the way that it works is that every other floor will be different. So the first floor, for instance, here we have the entrance at the back, and then the next floor will be on the side. And then if we move up to the next floor here, and we will have the stairs start here, here, and here, moving towards the back, the entrance to the office will be at the back once again. And then the next one will be, so the stairs will be here, here, and here. So the next entrance will be at the side. And I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So we just want to keep repeating this, and also we don't want to place stairs in front of the glass here. So we just want to keep repeating this until we have eventually made every single entrance to every single floor. Final small office here, and there we go, that is the staircase. The only thing that you may want to do, and I'm coming all the way back down to the bottom, is add upside down smooth quartz stairs underneath our smooth quartz stairs, so like this, and that might include removing this block as well. I think it just looks a little bit nicer. It's a very minor detail, you don't have to add it, but it's also quite quick. Maybe up at the top here, add like a little light blue stained glass pane, just so that you kind of like know that this is the top, I suppose, so you don't by accident like instinctually like fling yourself off the stairs. So that is the staircase system. If you did really want to, you could also add windows to the side to kind of like match the sides of the skyscraper. It's a little bit cleaner up here, so like you'd want them to be, it's kind of difficult, so like it'd be like here and here. You could alter the entrance a little bit just so that things line up a little bit better, but you could have this like all the way up the side. Like I think maybe that'd look cool. Maybe that's something you're interested in. It's not something that you would get to enjoy too much. I guess maybe like climbing the stairs would be a little bit more interesting. Hopefully you guys don't have a fear of heights because you'd be looking all the way down, but I guess this could be kind of cool. And then of course we just fill all of this in with glass. So maybe we would even add like a row here, or maybe like another row of glass. It feels as though that this should go straight down, if you guys know what I mean. So that it matches. I don't know. I think that looks okay. So anyway, we have to decorate the outside a little bit. This is really easy. We want to remove 2 rows in front of the smooth quartz part of the skyscraper here and place lime terracotta in front of the smooth quartz. We then want to place a row of stone slabs in front of the lime terracotta, extend the sides forwards to meet the edge of the grid, connect together in a rectangular pattern, and then fill the centre of this in with oak leaves. We want to do the same on the opposite side here. We want to remove 2 rows right of the skyscraper, add 2 rows of lime terracotta, a row of stone slabs, extend the ends out to the edge. I don't know. Guys, why can't I talk anymore? Extend the ends to the edge of the grid and then fill the center of this in with oak leaves. And then all we have to do is simply just remove all of the grass and remaining parts of the grid and replace all of this . With smooth stone. With the entire outside of the skyscraper made, we can now head inside and work on the interior. So to start with, we will place 3 rows of bookshelves just at the back of this lobby area, with a smooth quartz stair in front of this central block, 1, 2 grey concrete extending across with an oak trapdoor to meet the right side of the building, flower pot here, poppy here, and lantern here. And this is going to be just a little welcome desk, red carpet in front, brown glazed terracotta in the corner with an oak leaf on top, and this is perfect. So this is the lobby. We have all of the staircases. Let me show you how to make every single office. So on every single office floor, there will be a part of flat wall that we can do this on. So we will place against this flat wall 2 blocks of iron with stone buttons in front of them, 2 light grey concrete right of the iron, brewing stand on one, flower pot on the other. Right of this, a block of iron, tripwire hook in front of it, light blue stained glass block on top, cauldron to the right, and an oak trapdoor on top of that. So this is a little kitchenette. And then moving around to the right side here, we could repeat the same thing, or we can just have like a bunch of bookshelves. So on certain floors, we will have like a bunch of like dead space, kind of like this. So if we've already made one of these, add the bookshelves. Next, we have to make a bunch of desks. I would recommend lining them up with these blocks here in between the windows. We want to place rows of 3, 1, 2, 3, light grey concrete extending outwards from each one of the separating rows of the windows. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So this one's a little bit weird in that we kind of just have like a dead space here. So you could opt for kind of like making a corner like this, and then continually place more desks extending around. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, just like this. And then once again, we kind of have like a little bit of a dead space. So whether you did kind of want to like incorporate something like this, although this will affect the outside of the build, it's up to you. It looks better on the inside, but worse on the outside. So I will let you guys kind of like figure out for yourselves which one you think matters more to you. I would personally rather it look better from the outside, so I'm just going to remove these. So, every single desk has a configuration similar to this one. We need a computer, so this is a laptop, this is a birch trapdoor right in the middle of the desk. Every single one of these is going to get one. Then, we can add flower pots to the desk, item frames with papers, perhaps we can add a lantern, item frames with nothing in them, perhaps we can add a flower pot with a flower inside, a lantern, and so on and so forth. And there is nothing saying that you do have to keep the computers in the same position. You can go for a double item frame, you can go for double flower pots, you can do whatever you like. We also need a chair as well, so for each one of these you're going to want to place a chair. It would make more sense for the chair to be directly behind the computer, but this is Minecraft, we can do what we like. And some of these would want to be flipped open and some of them would want to be flipped shut. And we could even, I don't know whether this is going to look silly or not, add a little bit of carpet in front of every single desk like this. So can't really do it back here. So either in front of the desk, maybe? Or maybe just like completely like inside of this little cubicle. It's not really a cubicle, but maybe just like along the inside, it's kind of nice. And we want to do the same thing along here, so I'm just going to place all of these and kind of like place chairs sort of like randomly, just like this. And then add an item frame here, here, and here. Lantern, lantern. And I'm being a bit sporadic with these, like we've got to do this a lot. Like, you're going to want to just kind of like throw these together at a certain point. Maybe make this first floor look really good, because if anybody is going to visit your world, they're most likely just going to have a look at the first floor and then be like, and then just kind of like leave it as is. But honestly, if you just kind of like make it random, this isn't meant to be like an ultra fine, detailed, insane office building. It's meant to just look like a bog standard boring office, which is what we have managed to achieve with this. So this is what every single floor is pretty much going to look like, except for the smaller office layout. So we actually want to have pretty much the exact same thing. This is the longer wall here, so across this wall we are going to add the blocks of iron with the stone buttons, with the 2 light grey concrete, brewing stand, flower pots. We will have the water cooler here as well, with the bin. It just fits in here perfectly. So we will have this side of the office kind of like be chill. We could even add some like seating here as well. So maybe just like one sofa here, and maybe like just a single like seat here. So for the smaller offices, if we have like a little chill area, and then we add the same sort of like work desks like this, with the same stairs, like so, and then we will also want to, of course, add, but less of, all of the other details, so like a computer here, here, and here, something like that, flower pot on one, item frame on the other, and then let's go for a lantern on the other. So or a brewing stand, I guess, whatever. So we will have less desks in the smaller offices, kind of like its own sort of like separate side of the office for a break room, and this is what the small offices will look like, including the one above us. Now, I'm not going to bore you by making you watch me decorate every single floor that we have, but trust me when I tell you I did, and it was boring. And with that final detail added, we have officially completed our skyscraper / office building. This is the tutorial complete. However, this video is not over. We must now take our skyscraper and add it into our city. I think that Mini City actually just needs more larger buildings in general. So I think that I'll fill in this dead space here, in between the zoo and the fire station, hotel, museum, etc. I'm going to build up a bunch of skyscrapers in this position, and I think that it's going to look pretty good. What do you guys think? And that is that, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Click that little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all my videos sent directly to your sub box. If you would like to make anything else by me, please check the description below for the Mini City Builds playlist. We have over 100 builds in there for you to enjoy. Alternatively, the sidebar, hopefully the next upcoming video, YouTube, or just check the channel. Last thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to download a world completely filled with each individual build that has been ever added to Mini City, become a channel member today. You will not only gain access to a world filled with builds, but you will also gain a cool avatar next to your name whenever you comment down below, and you will also gain access to some cool emojis as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.